So peaceful after what I just saw. But yeah, so I just got done watching The Nun 2. Fantastic! Way better than the first one, by far! But now it's time to relax and play some of this. Now I know part 1 isn't out yet. Still processing up to HD. And not public yet. But I've like by the time I'm done with the stream, it might be up, so we'll see how that works. So anyways, let's continue this amazing game, shall we?
The sun was setting over Bellariva by the time I reached Carmen's cafe. From the outside, it looked as quiet as ever, but inside, I found Carmen cleaning like her life depended on it.
Maria! Oh, don't mind all of this. If Helena finds one speck of dust in here, I'll never hear the end of it.
Carmen seemed pleased to see me, but I sensed the fidgeting tension beneath each sweep of her mop, trying to live up to the standard.
I hope you didn't mind fixing the camera for her. She was furious when it broke. I really...
Carmen seemed pleased to see me, but I sensed the fidgeting tension beneath each sweep of her mop. Trying to live up to the standards of someone like Helena seemed like an impossible task.
I hope you didn't mind fixing the camera for her. She was furious when it broke. I really need this to go well. If she doesn't lend me the money, I don't know how long I can keep this place going.
Carmen led me to a back room, where she'd laid out the components of what looked like a neon sign.
I had this made when I first opened the cafe, but I'm hopeless with electronics.
So there was supposed to be a sign outside. This might explain the lack of customers.
Okay.
I'd like to put it up before Helena gets here. Can you give it a try?
So is this gonna be like a story about getting this place back from running? That's a nice wholesome story. Okay. So I'm putting this together, I see. Well, I guess we gotta examine it first. The fuck is that? What am I, why are the lights doing that? That's weird. Oh, that goes, okay. Crisis averted. Now let's examine this, shall we? Well, this looks like that goes in here. I'm fairly certain it's supposed to go in there. What am I missing here? What, glue? Wait. Aha! I'm a goddamn wizard.
I think the whole thing is supposed to light up.
Will you tit? There we go.
I don't know, it's a bit, flat. Maybe if it flashes, it'll really catch people's eye.
Great idea. I think I have a spare part that could do that.
I think I didn't screw it back on yet. Oh, right, I got it. Alright. So if I'm looking at this,
Looks like some of these wires aren't connecting correctly.
It still needs something else. Maybe we can add one of these.
oh my god, okay. Where's my, there it is. I just like,
It works! I'll screw everything together again and you'll be set.
alright. Not bad, not bad, not bad.
The sign fixed, we headed outside and mounted it carefully over the cafe
I
door.
wonder if this image here would have changed depending on which one you picked. I only chose the ice cream cone because in the earlier picture it showed of the sign, it had the ice cream cone.
Oh, that's Maria. It looks just how I imagined it. When I had this sign made, it all seemed so simple. Oh, I can't believe I might have to give it all up. I hope I've done enough.
The smile froze on her face as she spotted something over my shoulder. I turned to see.
Of course, my sister owns the only cafe in this entire town that isn't actually open.
For better or worse, Helena had arrived. Carmen opened her mouth to explain, but Helena swept indifferently past her. Finally pausing in the doorway, she turned back towards Carmen.
The first thing we're doing is getting rid of that hideous sign.
And with that, she disappeared inside. I hoped Carmen's chances of saving the cafe hadn't disappeared with her.
Wow, what a bitch. Are we gonna get to kill Helena by the end of this? Okay.
It was the day before the festival, and the whole town was busy getting ready. I had more work than I knew what to do with. When Joseph called with another job, I was craving the cool quiet of his and Izzy's seafront house. I'd barely reached their front door when I heard someone calling me.
Psst, Maria, I need your help. Quickly, it's top secret.
It was Izzy, peeking out from the side of the house. She beckoned for me to follow her. She led me through to a beautiful, unruly garden overflowing with flowers of every color. Nestled among them was a playhouse, its doorway almost completely obscured by a towering rose bush.
You have to squeeze past it and breathe in real small, like this.
Izzy took in a big gulp of air and crawled through the gap and into the playhouse. I hadn't planned on crawling in the dirt today, but the life of a repairwoman never did run smooth. On the table inside, there was an electronic toy. Not exactly the usual stock in my parents' antique shop.
I had an accident. I didn't do it on purpose or anything, but it won't turn on anymore. Can you fix it for me?
Look this up. Well, the screen is clearly fucked, as is the button and probably everything else inside. Okay.
Nothing. Maybe there's an issue with the battery.
Well, also, I gotta take off that, No, you taint sniffer. Every mouse button does something. I don't like it.
Do grown-ups play games as well? Can you show me how to play? I tried before, but it was so hard.
How hard is this gonna be? That's hard? Man, this kid is dumb as shit.
Her toy fixed, I watched Izzy retreat into its screen, taking refuge in a 3-inch world of her own. Well, I'd better head inside. Your dad is waiting for me.
Please don't tell him about the game. He'll think I broke it on purpose.
Why would he think that?
Because, well, I kind of dropped it really hard at the wall.
Izzy looked down, scuffing her shoes on the worn floor of the playhouse.
My dad said I had to go to this stupid festival tomorrow and put on a stupid dress. But I don't want to.
You're so
All
stupid.
he cares about is working. He never wants to see me unless it's for his job. I'm not going. He can't make me.
With that, Izzy dove back through the rosebush and disappeared into the wilds of the garden. She was so young. She couldn't be expected to see that her dad was struggling too. It made me think, had I really tried hard enough to understand my parents' point of view? I was so focused on the adventures ahead of me. Maybe I didn't care enough about leaving them behind.
Fuck 'em. That's what I say.
Leaving Izzy hiding in the garden, I walked around to the front of the house and rang the doorbell.
Hold on. Yay, the first part is now public. Huzzah. Live, damn you.
It was only then I noticed my favorite overalls covered in grass stains. I scrubbed desperately, but it was too late.
Maria, what are you doing? What happened to your clothes?
I was, repairing a lawnmower.
How unusual. Well, do come in. The job I've got for you is a little more delicate.
Totally embarrassed, I walked into an orderly room filled with papers and ledgers. So this was his office. You must be so busy getting ready for the festival. Are you looking forward to it?
Of course. It's traditional for the mayor to judge food from every cafe and restaurant in town.
Ooh.
I'll be declaring the best chef in Bella Riva by this time tomorrow. Speaking of which...
He unclipped the watch from his wrist and very carefully handed it to me.
I'll have a tight schedule to follow, but my watch stopped working a while ago. Could you see if you can make it tick again? Are you sure it will all fit back together?
No. I'm horribly incompetent. I like it when it doesn't do it just enough. You gotta do it a little bit like that, and then there, that one worked as intended.
Ah, the main plate has completely cracked. I'll need to replace it. The cogs look good, though. If I'm careful, I can reuse those.
I've not gone a day without this watch since my wife gave it to me.
Good for you, buddy. Actually. This assumes that she has all these parts on hand already. Not bad.
As I handed the watch back to Joseph, my fingers traced over the engraving on the back. I hoped fixing this was one small way I could help him move forward.
Yeah, but if it only broke a moment ago, then it wouldn't.
I can't believe it's working, Maria. Thank you. My wife was a brilliant woman. Feeling this ticking on my wrist, it makes
But
me
it
feel
only
like
just
she's
broke a
still
moment
here.
ago. Relax, bro. Calm down.
Watches measure minutes and hours like they're infinite. I didn't know we had so little time. Even with Isabel, I barely see her. And when I do, she acts like she hates me.
Just then, the phone rang. Even when he was at home, his work was never done.
Sorry, Maria. I have to take this. I'll see you at the festival tomorrow.
As I left, I turned and saw him pacing the floor of his office, his watch glinting in the afternoon sun. I hoped its quiet ticking would at least bring him some peace during the busy days to come.
It just broke. Momentary. Oh boy.
When my last job of the day brought me to Carmen's apartment, the door was opened by someone I didn't expect to see. Helena.
Sorry for inflicting this mess on you. Carmen's never seen a knick-knack she doesn't want to buy, apparently.
Carmen's apartment was a little chaotic, but totally charming. It was easy to imagine her living in a place like this. It definitely wasn't Helena's style. She seemed more upmarket than flea market. I wondered why she was even here.
We're having a clear-out. Or at least I am. Carmen's not helping, as usual. There's a market at the festival tomorrow. I'm selling some of these things to make her some money. She says she has nothing when there's all this stuff right under her nose.
Helena stepped delicately past the items on the floor and reached down to pick up one from the pile.
Look at this slide projector. Our parents treasured it, but Carmen treats it like a piece of junk. Can you take a look?
No problema, Helena. What look? Can I at least, like, turn it on first to see what the fuck is wrong with it? No? I just have to fuck with it? Well, that's clearly
Light bulb is
broken.
completely smashed. Okay, I'll need to redirect the light, the lens at the top, for the projector to work.
Oh, typical. Carmen's even managed to get a slide stuck in here.
Can I just take it out? Oh. Oh, my mouse goes off the screen when I rotate it. That's a problem. So, why can't I just take it out? Oh, those are mirrors. Oh.
I was so excited when I moved to the city. Carmen, she looks so sad. Here's the clicker you'll need to attach. God knows how Carmen broke that as well.
Damn it.
Looks like something is still missing.
When we were younger, Carmen was always following me around.
Didn't I have another piece?
There's still a part I need to attach. Where does it go?
I suppose she looked up to me. A cool older sister. She used to ask me when I was coming home, but I was always too busy.
I should make sure I screw everything back together.
There we go. That was an interesting one.
Helena was transfixed, staring at the two young sisters the projector had brought glaringly into focus.
I never meant to let her down.
But you haven't, have you? You came all this way just to help with the cafe. Plus the money.
That's the problem. There is no money. I lost my job a few months ago. My savings are almost gone. I have nothing. Carmen thinks I'll throw my checkbook at her bad decisions and make them okay. But I can't. Not this time. You know, the funny thing is, I came here wanting to tell her the truth. But she's so infuriating. How can I ask her for help when all she cares about is herself?
Helena fell silent, shrinking under the gaze of her younger self, projected onto the wall.
We drifted so far apart when I moved away. It felt like the only thing keeping us together was my bank balance. I know I have to tell her the truth. It isn't fair. But I already lost everything else. What if I lose her too?
The fuck?
The day of the festival finally came, and after all my hard work, I was ready to put down my tools and pick up a fork. The smell as I entered the main square was incredible. Each stall was selling food even more delicious than the last. The competition would start any minute. Most stall holders were waiting anxiously for the mayor to pay them a visit. All of them, that was, except Carmen, who was still frantically chopping vegetables and stirring pots.
Maria! Thank God you're here. Can I ask you the world's biggest favour?
Money?
Helena was supposed to help me run the stall today, but she never turned up. Probably too ashamed to show her face. I can't believe she lied to me.
about the money?
Carmen was stirring so furiously, she was in danger of tipping the pot over altogether.
The mayor will be here any minute for the judging, but I'm almost out of my special.
She wasn't really going to ask me, was she? Not on my day off.
I have a stove ready to build and everything. Can you set it up and make me a spare batch?
So I have to build the thing first. I feel like it's missing a part. Yeah, it's kind of missing the valve. So I'm not sure what you plan to do about that, Carmen, but unless that's the valve. That's the valve.
It all fits. Now to light the gas.
Okay. Does it need water first? I guess broth.
I think that pot is really boiling now. Smells great if I say so myself.
Give me the ingredients.
Here are the ingredients that Carmen's given me. What to add first?
Pint of stock. Well, I did the stock. And now a quarter stick of... I'm gonna say of butter. Half a carrot. 2 broccoli florets. Handful of chopped tomatoes. Handful.
That looks good. I'll scoop a spoonful when I'm ready to serve.
3 wild mushrooms. 1, 2, 3. Plenty of talk about like these. I guess so. That was a
My
cool
part
one.
done, Carmen took over and added the finishing touches. It was just in time, and a moment later, Joseph arrived with Izzy in tow. Carmen anxiously handed them both a serving.
And the storylines converge.
That was so tasty. Can I have some more, please?
You know, I'm in the mood for some soup.
Well, you've certainly earned yourself a loyal customer in my daughter.
I might
We
have
have a
some
few
soup
more meals to
tomorrow.
taste, but so far you are one of the best. Good luck.
Joseph and Izzy looked so happy together. Maybe the festival was doing them some good after all. Carmen, on the other hand, seemed annoyed. But why, when it had all gone so well?
I wish Helena was here to see this. She's so convinced I'll never succeed at anything.
She wants what's best for you. She's just not very tactful about it.
Yes, I know. Even when I was a kid, she pushed me when no one else did. I just wish she hadn't lied to me. But then, I've asked so much of her over the years. I never stopped to think how much she actually had to give.
Harmony. You don't say.
The festival finished. I only had one day left before I had to catch my train and leave Bellariva behind. I couldn't go without saying goodbye to Carmen. So, that evening, I made my way to the cafe. It was unrecognizable. She'd done it. Best food in Bellariva. Half the town was outside waiting to see what the fuss was about.
The smallest one, too.
Maria! My favorite sous chef. Come on through.
It was Carmen, acting every inch the successful cafe owner she deserved to be. Even Helena was there, serving the coffees. This was the last place I expected to see her after yesterday's drama. Carmen led me through to a balcony upstairs, where she brought out an old record player.
I found out where Helena was on the day of the festival. She was selling her camera to clear the cafe's debts.
Oh.
But then she didn't have much left for herself. So, I've asked her to come and stay with me for a while.
Ooh.
We have a lot of catching up to do. I wanted to give her this, to cheer her up. We listened to it all the time when we were kids. Do you think it has one last tune in it?
I like how they burst over the whole camera thing. Like, if this was a movie, that would have been, like, a really touching moment. And this game just was like, fuck it. Breeze past it. Alright. Clearly I'll need 2 fuses. Or something.
Okay, let's see what happens when we turn this on. The speaker isn't connected properly. I should check the wiring. The speaker isn't connected properly. I should check the wiring.
Doesn't look like it's connected at all here.
The speaker isn't connected properly. I should check the wiring. That's the speed dial connected. Now we should be able to change it. I think that should do it. This record should play beautifully. It's spinning the wrong way. How can I get it to play in the right direction? It must be to do with the motor. Let's see if one of these spares can turn things around. Here's the problem. This wiring isn't connected properly. If I turn the volume up, I should be able to hear it now. Looks like something is still missing.
Oh yeah, that'll be this.
Still a few parts missing. Well, it's playing in the right direction. I should check it's turning at the correct speed.
The sweetest word. What will remain of the smiles? What will remain of these days? The sweetest words are there.
Not bad.
The record player's crackling tune must have caught Helena's ear, as she appeared a few moments later.
Is that my old record player? I can't believe you've kept it all these years, Carmen.
Leaning over the music, they looked just like the young sisters the slide projector had preserved all these years, inseparable once again. Carmen told me about your camera. That was a really generous thing to do.
I loved that
Here we
camera,
go.
but I love my sister more. Now it's her time to be the person she wants to be. I'm going to stay here with her for a while. Make up for lost time.
Carmen and Helena's relationship wasn't suddenly going to be perfect, but they were both prepared to try. And to think, it had all started because of a call Carmen made about some seasoning tips.
Well, their business is booming, so they'll have the money.
I guess in the end, maybe it wasn't so hard to just pick up the phone and dial. I hadn't spoken to my own parents in a year. I wanted to hear their voices more than anything. But the silence between us was so cavernous. I didn't know how I'd ever find the words to bridge it.
With the music box from
My
Anastasia.
final morning in Bella Riva, I received one last call out to Joseph and Izzy's house. I knew I had to pack, but I figured I could squeeze in one final job before I had to leave. When I arrived, I found Joseph tidying up his wilderness of a garden. The playhouse was already cleared. Inside, I could see Izzy happily testing out her screw-driving skills on the back of her cassette deck.
You've made quite the impression. Izzy, tells me she's going to be a repairwoman like Maria.
I'm sure she could be anything she wanted if she put her mind to it.
She could. She's a brilliant child. Spending the day with her at the festival, I haven't had so much fun in ages. I wanted to give her something before she starts to forget.
Inside, the house was transformed, flooded with light and the sounds of the garden. It felt alive again. This would be my last repair in Bella Riva, but it felt like it was the house that had really been restored.
It's a music box. It used to play beautifully, but now when I wind it up, nothing happens. I'd love for Izzy to hear it sing again. Can you help?
No problemo, sir. It's what I do. Let me take a look at this motherfucker.
This mechanism is completely broken. I'll need to take it all apart before I can fix it.
Oh, I see. No, fucking get up there, bitch.
Perfect. The mechanism is good as new.
Oh.
Maria, could you add this family picture of us?
Mother of fuck. Oh. That's what this is for. Yeah.
Still a few parts missing.
What do you think I'm working on, lady? Calm your tits.
I think that's everything back together again. I should play it to make sure.
My wife used to sing this song to Izzy each night before bed, but I always worked too late to join them. Will you dream a dream for me if I sit by your side and hold you so tight? Know that I will always love you, even though we both know that we must say
Portofino
good
Douglas.
night. I've missed so much already. I want to be the father my wife wanted me to be. I've ended up so much like my own father, working all the time. Izzy needs me more than that, especially now it's just the two of us. My daughter comes first. Well, until she gets bored of her stuffy old dad anyway.
I'll never ever get bored of you, Dad.
Izzy came running into the room where Joseph scooped her up and onto his shoulders. She gazed at the music box, her eyes shining. I'd never seen her look so happy.
Thank you, Maria, for everything. The things you fixed for me. I'm so glad to have them back.
Joseph was a good father, and I could tell he was determined to be an even better one. When it came down to it, that was all any of us wanted. A second chance to make something right. My time in Bellariva was almost over, but before I left, I knew there was something of my own I needed to fix. My time in Bellariva was almost at an end. Another chapter finished in a story whose ending I hadn't felt ready to write. The people I'd met, the items I'd restored, they'd taught me so much about what was really important. Pulling out my suitcase from beneath the bed, I remembered the day I stole it from my parents' shop, the day I left. Afterwards, I was too ashamed to call them, to apologize. It was a guilt I'd been carrying around every day since. As I packed, I knew that it was up to me to find a way to lighten the load. Helena gave me these designer shirts. Not sure I'll pull them off as well as she does. Joseph's idea of light reading for the train. It does look thorough. My parents would love Bellariva. Maybe I can convince them to make the trip. The recipe for Carmen's special. I'm under strict instructions to guard it with my life. My train ticket. I can't believe it's time to leave Bellariva behind. Izzy gave me this in exchange for my repair manual. She'll be a pro in no time. The soundtrack to my travels. I'll be listening to this on the journey. My suitcase was full, but it was my heart that felt heavy as I made my way to the station. I was sorry to be leaving Bellariva behind, but I hoped that in my own small way I'd made a difference. Helena and Carmen's reunion was possible because they'd learned to overcome their differences. Joseph had realized he shouldn't let his grief or his work get in the way of his relationship with Izzy. They'd each learned to see things from someone else's perspective. Maybe it was time I saw things through my parents' eyes. I knew it would be easier to jump on the next train, put even more distance between us, but I finally felt ready to talk to them. I just didn't know if they would feel the same. Did I even remember their number? I wasn't sure until I reached for the phone and it all came flooding back. Mom? Dad?
Maria? Is that you?
chapter is the epilogue, right? Or was that the epilogue? So, this might be the extra chapter they added.
Dear Maria,
There we go.
Carmen here. Sorry I haven't written. The cafe's been absolutely manic since you left. Luckily, I have Helena here to help. You wouldn't recognise her. She's like a new woman. She's always running round, taking orders and making drinks. I even heard her compliment a customer on their outfit. Personally, I draw the line at fluorescent green bowling shirts, but each to their own. It certainly made the customer smile. She misses the city, though. Bellariva's many things, but it's definitely not as chic as she'd like. She said there was a coffee shop near her old apartment where they made coffee with a shape drawn on top. It got me thinking, I'm an award-winning chef. I can figure out how to put a leaf on a cappuccino. A bit of cosmopolitan coffee might be just what Helena needs. Of course, ordering a new coffee machine was the easy part. I wish you could have seen the mess I got into trying to put the thing together.
Okay.
I saw Maria use her screwdriver a million times.
I was gonna
Taking
say, this
apart
isn't
will be
Marie
easy.
anymore. I'm playing as Carmen. Let's take it all apart.
These pipes look pretty simple. I should start with them.
That's probably a really good idea. So...
I'll need to connect all the pipes correctly to stop the steam pouring out. Finally, no more steam.
Oh boy. Alright, so... this goes to that, which means that this has to go to that. And how do I know what number it is? Ah. Coffee 2. Fucking working on this. So it could be anything. I just have to match it, is what it's telling me here. So now the light is 3. So I need to match it.
It looks like
I think
I've
that's
forgotten
everything.
a screw. Better test the buttons, just to make sure. All done. Piece of cake. Time to make my first coffee, I think.
Okay. Can you, like, fucking orient yourself so it's not goddamn awkward?
Smells delicious. Now to make it look magical. A perfect coffee. All it needs is a saucer and a couple of Helena's favourite biscuits.
That's not a very good looking design.
I was feeling more has-been than coffee queen by the time I'd made a drink fit for human consumption. It looked a bit, postmodern, but knowing Helena's refined tastes, I hoped she'd think it was intentional. Always the connoisseur, she didn't even bother to look at it at first. She was so busy wafting it under her nose. Steamed up her glasses, of course. How was she going to see my work of art through an eye full of fog? When she finally spotted it, though, she was totally impressed. I'll admit, she spent several minutes trying to figure out exactly what it was I'd drawn. She decided it was probably a horse. Well, what she doesn't know won't hurt her. She was impressed enough to ask for another one. I guess I'll need to get some practice in. The whole thing was such hard work, Maria. I never realised how difficult it was, all that mechanical stuff. It made me realise how much I have to thank you for, so I wanted to say that now. Better latte than never. Hoping you're well. Your friend, Carmen.
Well. That was a really fun game. Kind of sad that it's over. It's one of those games where, like, I wish there was either a sequel or it was longer. But, I mean, it told the story, and you really can't go much further than what it did. But that was great. Anyways, let me know what you thought down in the comments. If you know any other games like this, let me know as well. I'd like to try some. This was fun. But anyways, see you in the next one. Bye-bye.